and welcome to Asian Pulse TV, an informative and resourceful station. I'm your host Manbir Randhawa, and today we are broadcasting from the unceded territories of Silvertooth Nation, Mokim and Kwantlen Nation. We feel very blessed for the generosity of the First Nation people who shared their traditional and ancestral land with us to live, grow and laugh. July 1st is Canada Day. In other words, it's the birthday of this beautiful and prosperous country, Canada, which is turning 156 years stronger. Today, we will take some time to reflect on the strong pillars of the prosperity of this nation. Pillar number 1 is the people. So, people are the engines of prosperity, and society needs to remain open to attract a pool of new and diverse players. Now here, immigration plays a very important role. The 2021 Canadian census counted a total population of almost 37 million, which is an increment of around 5.2% over the last census in 2016. The noticeable thing is, the growth is due to Canada welcoming more immigrants than ever. Talking about the second pillar is the tool that we need to succeed in any innovation-based economy. In the past, it was Canada's railways, waterways and highways that moved the valuables. But now, fast-paced internet, fast telecommunication and digitally controlled finances plays a very important role in the business growth. Talking about third pillar is the ready access to resources and materials within the economy. Canada has worked and is working diligently to develop natural resources, also preserve them in order to repair and sustain the environment. Last but not the least is the tool that is consumer and capital market friendly. Canada has aggressively worked towards free trade and investment protection agreements with more global markets to ensure greater possibilities of trade. We wish nothing but more prosperity for our nation. Oh Canada, wish you a very happy birthday. Let's take a short break and hear some words from our sponsors.
I understand how important it is to have a place called home, and it's frustrating using your hard-earned money on rent. Vic Prasad can make you a homeowner. Get pre-approved services provided to first-time buyers and new immigrants. You can qualify for mortgage even if you have bad credit. Call Vic Prasad now on 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is associated with Craft Mortgages Canada Incorporated.
For any kind of visa-related services, contact Milky Way Immigration, a galaxy of opportunities located at Unit 209-9547 152 Street, Surrey, BC. They have licensed immigration consultants, placement officers, and LMIA experts to meet your immigration and recruitment needs. Book one-time free consultation either on Facebook or by calling 604-396-0005. Bollywood Banquet Hall and Conference Center, located at Pile Business Center at 201-8166 128th Street in Surrey. No celebration is too small to accommodate you. They have newly renovated 2 halls to serve you, up to 1,000 guest capacity, top-notch chefs to delight you with delectable and heavenly cuisine. So just call Bollywood Banquet Hall at 604-598-2700 for your events. Benisi Mobile Detailing Services. They offer commercial trucks, cars, SUV, boats, bikes, RVs, and much more. Just give them a call at 778-808-2859. Just give them a call at 778-808-2859 and they will do all kind of services at your home.
Hello, Namaste, Assalamu Alaikum, Sat Sri Akal, and Bula. May aapka host Shannon Pramal and welcome back to Asian Pulse TV. Today, I'm going to be in the studio filling in for Camilla, but it's my pleasure to be welcoming a special guest who's come all the way from the UK. His name is Mr. Kulvinder Rai, and he is known as the Singing Policeman. He's a man of many achievements and talents, and it's just my pleasure to be here in the studio today with him. So without further ado, welcome Mr. Kulvinder Rai. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be back here again after about 4 years.
Yeah, so tell me about that. How did you meet Camilla?
I was doing an interview at one of the other places, Dreams.
Yes.
And we met, and obviously then she goes, "Oh, I need to get you on the Pulse TV as well."
Yes.
So we came here and did an interview. Thank you to her.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us back after so many years.
No, thank
I
you.
know you traveled here all the way from the UK. So what brings you here to Canada again?
Well, I had some other TV interviews to do on the
Mhm.
radio, then there were 1 2 functions. Then my elder sister, she lives here in Burnaby, and normally I come here every year, but due to the pandemic first, then
Mhm.
other things sorting out, it's been 4 years,
Mhm.
and it seems a long, long time. I thought I've got to make a start somehow.
Yeah.
So I came here about, normally I used to come here about 6 7 days,
Mhm.
Toronto first, then here. But this year I thought I'll spend 2 weeks with my sister and the family.
Mhm.
And 2 weeks flown by, and I've got 3 days left.
Yeah, no, I hope you're enjoying your stay here.
That's beautiful. And
so
the
far.
other thing is, I know we have similar weather to what we have in the UK. You
Yeah.
never know when the rain's going to come.
Oh, yes.
But normally when I come, it's like mild or something.
Mhm.
This is the hottest I've seen.
And I think this is the hottest I've
20 odd
experienced
years.
in a while
Yeah,
too.
it is,
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
the weather is quite. It's actually really nice
It is,
so
yeah.
far. Yeah. But you said you live in the UK.
Yeah.
What part of the UK do you come from?
I'm in the Midlands city of Leicester.
Okay.
It's like 2 hours drive from London.
Yes. All
Yeah,
right.
in the Midlands, yeah.
Nice. Okay. So you actually come there with a 20-year background in the policing sector.
Yeah.
So could you tell us a little bit more about yourself and your career in policing for the British Police?
Yeah, I came to the UK when I was 9 years old,
Yeah.
years ago,
So where were you actually born then?
in Punjab.
Okay.
Punjab.
Nice.
And we came there in 1965 and did education and everything, and college, university. Then I went into engineering, aerospace engineering,
Okay.
aircraft. And then 1994, it just came to my head that I need to do something else because I was well connected with the community, all different communities there. Because in the UK, especially in our city of Leicester, there's Hindu, Muslim, Sikhs, and everything. It's just beautiful mixture, and it still is. And so I decided to join the police force in '94, and then in '96 we set up like a local. I think it goes under a different name in Canada, like a neighborhood watch scheme
Okay.
for the neighborhoods to stay safe and be connected and all that. Then that was in '96, and we were selected from all of the UK, our city, on my team of 4 officers. We were given a special award from the Home Office in London.
Yes.
Then it carried on because once you join, whether it's the army, the navy, or the police force, or the fire service, you don't go there and go 2 years later I'm going to get a medal, 4 years later I'm going to. You just go there to do a duty
Yes.
from your heart.
Yes.
Then in 2002, it was the Queen's Golden Jubilee, and some of the officers from different cities' names were put forward. And then luckily, I was one of the officers were given the Golden Jubilee medal.
Yes.
Then after 10 years, we in the police force, we got a long service medal. Like we say, as long as you kept your nose clean and done a good duty or something extra within the community.
Yes.
So I was given that in 2004. Then 2012, this medal, it was like a Queen's Diamond Jubilee. And without us knowing, our names were put forward again. Only the day before the presentation, we found out which officers were given these. And so, like I said, we don't go join these forces to think I'm going to get this. We just go and do your duty from the bottom of your heart for safety of the community. And what comes along, comes along. So it was 20 years. And then 7 years ago, I thought about retirement because I went into music in 2008. And 2009, my dear wife, Suklinda, she was diagnosed with the pancreatic cancer. Then about a year and a half later, 2010, she passed away. But luckily, while she was still alive, I got into music.
Yes.
Then, and while she was still alive, I started doing a lot of the charity functions, especially for cancer charities.
Yes.
And all other functions in different communities, whatever, long as it was charity. And I think once he passed away, because, you know, once it hits you, you use your loved one, whether it's your parents or your brother, sister, or your life partner. It can take you a different way, depression, alcoholic, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think music's kept me where I am because I wanted to do this as long as I can.
Yeah.
And so it's been 15 years now since I got into music, and 12 years since Suklinda passed away. And wherever I go, whether it's Bollywood, Punjab, Canada, America, all over Europe. Whatever functions I do, whether it's a wedding or some melas or something, and whatever I get, I pass it on to different charities. And people used to think I'm a bit crazy. You know, he said, we're dying for dollars and pesos and everything. And I said, maybe my thought would have been the same if I hadn't gone through this. And until it hits you personally, you don't realize what charity is.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. And hopefully, with the blessing of the Almighty, I'll carry on.
That's
and
wonderful.
Then 7 years ago, when I retired from the police force, I was called back, and I was appointed as head of Crime Stoppers
Yes.
for my city of Leicester and the surrounding areas, and that's been going on where I go like junior schools, colleges, universities, giving lectures, and even on national TVs, how to keep our kids safe or how to keep everybody safe, especially our neighborhood.
Yes.
With the drugs and knife crime jumping up every year. So I do that, and then you got the music, and then I'm also a radio presenter, TV host, and time goes on.
Yeah, you've done so many things within that short time that you just said. But first of all, congratulations on your many accolades through your policing. That's great. And you put out such a good message that you should be doing things out of sheer want to helping your community, right?
Exactly.
Rather than looking for some sort of recognition at the end of the day. But I'm glad you have been able to carry out such a successful career, and someone of your caliber and who has accomplished so much. For any younger people that want to get into policing, what's your piece of advice that you would like to give to them?
My advice is think very carefully, because like over there we're like a year, 2 year, like it's like a probationary period, because like when you join these forces, it's like a job for life.
Oh yeah.
But your life turns upside down, because like we say, so everybody stay safe, whatever they do. Once you leave the house, go on duty, you don't know how you're going to come back, because sometimes you could be facing a stabbing, domestic violence, rape, murder, anything, and it can affect you. And within the first year, 2 years, it does affect a lot of people, and they think, oh, it's not for me, so they leave and go into a different career they want. Because it's all right from the outset, looking from the outside, as we say, uniform looks nice, you know, watch them on TV, walking around. But once you get there, it can affect you. Like normally, with whatever job it is, you have the saying, never take your job home. But when you see something like this, it does affect you.
Yeah.
And you take it, it could affect you personally, your family life, and it's like I say, it's not for everybody.
Yes.
But that doesn't stop you from trying. Give it a go and be determined and positive. And well, like I said, whether it's the police force, the fire service, the navy, the army, go for it. And like I said, it's your passion. You follow your passion, you will succeed. And be determined. And obviously, you got to have the support of the family as well. And sometimes you join, and the family's not very happy, this and that, and you have having problems, and mentally you're out there still thinking what the family's thinking, this and that. So have a good chat and discussion before you join.
Yeah.
Because the family does come into it.
Yes.
So go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was wonderfully said. Thank you so much for sharing that. So your nickname that you go by is the Singing Policeman. Could you tell us a little bit more about how you got this name?
Yeah, like I said, I do all different charities. I would do a lot of functions where majority of the people are non-Asian. They can't understand like Punjabi Bhangra or Hindi Bollywood music. But as long as I get the chance to dance, when you got the tall playing and everything. Then I did 2 albums and 4 singles over the years.
Yes.
And then my passion from youngsters, I mean like 50s, 60s, people who came over then, it was the Bollywood music that was mainly Hindi films and all that. And you used to get a Punjabi film now and again where it's mostly Hindi films. And everybody got into music, like Lata Ji, Mukesh, Rafi Saab, and all the old artists. And right from childhood, it was Hindi music. I used to sing a lot of songs without anybody looking like a, what we say, bathroom singer. and obviously then my father, the eldest, they loved the Punjabi music as well, so I had a mixture of both.
Yeah.
So I got into it. And then I thought I never thought I would get into music because none of my family or close friends were into music. Then I thought, no, you've got to go for it. And like I said, my first album came in 2008, and carried on slowly. And then my passion was Hindi music as a child. And then in 2008, no, 2017, I managed to get into Bollywood. I did a Bollywood song there. Went to there for 2 weeks, spent 2 weeks there, recorded with a 20-piece orchestra. I mean, I was like walking there to record. I was a bit of tears because from childhood, and you never think you're actually going to get there. It's the same studio where Lataji, Mukesh, Rafi Saab were recording years before you.
Yeah.
And oh my God, just walking in there is like something holy place.
It's so surreal, right?
Yeah, and then we recorded with a 20-piece orchestra, and then after went to visit, I was invited to Dharminderji's place. Went there, had a chance to meet Rekhaji. Then Mahinder Kupi's son Ruhan Kapoor, he invited me home, went there. So I met a lot of people, and it was like, even if I say it's like a dream, that's just a small word. Because you never think you're going to do something like that, especially when you haven't got like multi-millionaire relatives or family members throwing money at you. So it's your own effort and my wife's effort that got me there. And we did a nice song, and I wrote some of the songs. So I got somebody else to write a few more lines, and we recorded live with the Bollywood Orchestra, and it's just amazing, and people loved it and still love it. And yeah, so since then I had some film offers, music offers in films, but then the pandemic came and all this stuff, and then you got when you're on your own, you got your family life and everything, and sometimes your thoughts go different ways, and like I said, nothing's going to happen before time.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can say by the time I released my first album, a lot of singers will retire by then. So, like I said, never think about the age. Age is just a number. If you've got a passion, whether it's sport, acting, music, whatever, go for it. Don't think about the age. I'm still here. I'm into my 60s, and I released my first album when I hit 50.
Yeah.
So I'm proud to say that.
That's wonderful, and you're thriving.
Especially for the older generation, never give up.
Yeah, no, and that's incredible. You've had quite a few career switches, but now you're a full-time musician. So how was that, like, initial transition? Because from the policing thing to musician, they're quite far away in terms of how they're connected.
When I went to record my first album, the main song in there is in the city of Jalandhar. The producer and the directors of the video we shot there got me to wear like a bit of youngster, gangster stuff, and the cap, like twisted cap.
Yeah.
And all the posters were made here and stuck into different places in the UK and back home in India.
Yes.
And when I came back, second day I went back on duty, and my chief, he called me and he goes, congratulations, officer, right? I said, thank you, sir. And he goes, one question. I said, yes, sir, go ahead. He goes, when we sent you to India, we sent you as a police officer. How come you come back as a gangster? Because I'm wearing the cap and going like this and everything. And kicking, because I'm a karate expert as well, kicking and all that. So he said, what happened? I said, I'm still the same.
Yeah.
It's just a 4-minute video, that's all it was. And it was amazing. And talking about the name, The Singing Policeman, when we went to record the Hindi song, the Bollywood song, I was interviewed by the media, and they gave me the name.
Okay.
Oh, because we haven't come across one anywhere yet. So you're the first one we come across as a singing policeman.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, I say this all my interviews. They say, you know, like here, sometimes you can't be walking around with your stick and everything when you're on duty. And say, here's one question. Say there's 4 or 5 youngsters standing on the street corner, and you want to disperse them, go away. And here, normally, once they see your officers coming, swinging their dundas, we say, button, they run away or go away. So what do you do? So I thought, what should I say? I said, well, I don't have to do that. He goes, how do you do it then? I said, I start singing. I'm singing so bad, you just run away.
Oh my god.
And he goes, no, sorry, not that bad, not bad. And I said, no, it's that's true. And yeah, that was funny.
That's quite funny. Oh my gosh. Well, you've performed globally, and you've had within such a short amount of time too. Quite the experience in your music career too. Now going into it, what would you say is your most memorable? Most memorable time.
I think memorable time is doing the first album, which you never thought you're actually going to do it. You keep thinking and thinking and thinking. Especially, like I said, when you haven't got people surrounding you, multimillionaires who's going to throw money at you, promote you, this and that. It's all your own effort and my wife's. I think that was fine, but obviously the main one would be actually recording the romantic Hindi song in Bollywood. And you never thought got into music, but that was the thing even more high unlikely I would ever
end up finding yourself doing
in Bollywood. And so I was thinking that was something very different. And so, like I said, dreams do come true.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
So for people that want to actually listen to your music, where is it available and how can they find it?
It's on YouTube. We haven't shot all the videos yet. There's quite a few videos, and when I do live shows, some of the clips are there. If they go on Kulbinder Rai, Kulb, because some of the names with V or W, mine is the B, like AB one.
Yeah.
Kulbinder Rai, Kulbinder Rai, or you can always put the singing policeman there.
Yeah.
And everything will come on there. And go on YouTube and everything. I'm on Facebook as well. So anybody want to connect, most welcome. And like I said, any charity event, doesn't matter where it is, I'll more than come along. And don't have to be charity. If you like I said, if it's wedding or melas or any other function, birthday parties, and whatever I get, it'll go to charity anyway. And what I normally say is I leave it to sometime, if the family invite me, I leave it to the family, because I went through cancer with my wife for a year and a half. And but then the other charities as well I support. Some other families who might call me at a function or something, and they might have gone through a different illness, different cancer thing. And so I normally say, whatever, if you don't want to, you either give to me and I'll pass it on to a charity, and I'll get a proper confirmation, and I'll get back to the family that the money they gave me did go exactly where I said it would go. Or I say to the family, if you want to give it to a different charity you support, give to them, but please let me know that the money has gone there. So it works both ways. And because sometimes it's, everybody might be doing exactly wholeheartedly the proper way, get the money and give to charity, but back of their mind, somebody who give you or support you, there's always a thought in there, did all the money go to the charity? Or how much did they keep or something? So that's why right from the beginning, when the money comes in, whatever charity I give to, get a proper confirmation, and then I tell the family or friends or whoever the organizer is, the money actually did go there. So
that's wonderful that you're able to turn your passion for music into a charitable cause as well. So that's incredible, and thank you for doing that for the community, especially for all those people.
Like I normally said, no person in the world can do everything for everybody, but this is what I always say, we can all do something for someone. Whether it's little or small, let's try to do something, and that'll make you feel better and help somebody out there.
That is beautifully said. Thank you for that. We're just about to run out of time for today, so I'll give you the last chance to say a few words, if there's anything that you wanted to say to our audience.
Well, all I want to say is thank you very much once again to you guys for calling me here and giving me the chance to put my story forward. And like I said before, whatever your passion is, your dream is, follow your dream, and never give up. Age is just a number, and go for it, and stay safe and stay happy.
Thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you enjoy the rest of your stay here in Canada.
Thank you.
With that being said, thank you all for joining us with this episode of Asian Pulse. You can watch it on the Shaw Multicultural channel every week. Or if you do miss it on TV, you could also check us out on YouTube as well. That's Asian Pulse TV. With that being said, we'll see you all next week.
We have some announcements that you would like to take note of, so have your pen and paper ready. Richmond Night Market is open now on every weekend until September. They have cuisines from all over the world, and if you haven't gone out to check them out, you are missing a lot. Go check Richmond Night Market, which is open every night. Another event called Mustari Begum Festival. It's an Indian classical music and dance which is back again at the Massey Theatres on September 23rd. It will start at 7 p.m. and tickets are available on ticketnw.ca or you can call 604-521-5050. If you have missed our shows, you can watch it again tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. and again on Saturday at 5:30 p.m. on Shaw Cable TV. All of our shows are also uploaded on our YouTube channel. Asian Pulse brings to you every week 3 different shows. Fiji in Focus, which you can watch on Tuesdays at 10 p.m., Thursdays at 2:30 p.m., and Sundays at 4 p.m. Kamila Singh's Show, which you can watch on Mondays at 10 a.m. and again on Sundays at 5:30 p.m. Viti Vibes TV on Thursdays at 10 p.m. and again on Sundays at 4:30 p.m. All of our shows are also uploaded under the channel name called The Kamila Singh Shows. Before I leave, I will leave you with these thoughts. When a flower doesn't bloom, you fix the environment in which it grows, not the flower. With this, I'm your host, Manvi Randhawa. I'll see you next week.